Hello. All right. Guess what? Tonight's special Facebook Live event where I will be sharing with you some liberating life hacks to overcome three of the most common obstacles to not only losing weight, but to keep it off. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Pamela Pedrick, hashtag the Reformed Dieter, your health coach, teaching you how to lose weight without dieting, without dieting, without dieting. And I am a health coach, coaching women on how to lose those stubborn, sticky pounds that are weighing them to lose them pounds to lose. That's what happened in Facebook Live. Sometimes you never know what's going to happen. Rewind, say that 5 times fast. And I also coach women on how to lose those stubborn, sticky pounds that are weighing them down from having the body and the energy they want, all without dieting. And guess what? Because it is a special Facebook Live event, if you've watched my ones in the past, you know that these are special tips that I coach my clients on. So this video will so if you don't have time to watch the whole thing, totally cool, not a problem, but I suggest that you actually share this onto your own timeline so that when you do have time, you can go back to it. It's right there for you. And also, if you know of anyone who might be interested in or who could use this, please, please, please share it with them by all means. And I also do a slide presentation. So if you feel like, oh, this is awesome information, I gotta have it, which I'm so happy if I'm providing you with that information for you, go ahead and do a screenshot of it. That way you have it to go back to. And you know me, anytime I have a special Facebook Live event, I've got the freebies. So yes, I will be having some more freebies tonight. All right, so once again, if you don't have time to watch it all tonight, it's going to be run about an hour. Totally cool, no problem. Just share it to your timeline. If you know of anyone else who could use this information, please do the same and share it with them. Or, when you hit that share button, you can actually invite them to the broadcast as well. Did you know that you can actually invite people? All right, plus I have a huge announcement, and it's so new. Like, I was working on the slides to share it with y'all tonight because that's how new it is. You are the first to get this information, this huge information on my huge announcement. So, and that'll be a little bit towards the end. All right, so life hacks to overcome common obstacles. By the way, these are three of the most common obstacles to losing weight and to keeping it off. Because I don't know about you, but have you ever lost weight? Like, losing weight is really not a huge issue. It's the keeping off that, right? It's keeping off that can be a hindrance. Excuse me, allergies. All right, just checking to make sure everything's flowing smoothly. And we will get to the presentation. So who's excited? Who's excited about overcoming these common obstacles? All right, so let's get to the presentation. All right, so liberating life hacks, because when we get this whole weight loss, weight gain issue under control, it is so liberating and free, right? Life hacks. What's a life hack? Like, all of a sudden we're hearing the word life hack. It's kind of like DIY. It's like, it is a ninja tip on how to implement something, right? And it's easy to do to overcome three of the most common obstacles to losing weight and keeping it off. And two, I'm going to be talking about tonight, aren't talked about when you go on your usual diet, right? What the diet industry tells you, it's not addressed at all. Even if you've tried everything. So just curious, and you can comment down below. You can answer down in the comments below. So just curious, how would you feel if you had double the energy and lost those sticky, stubborn pounds by using simple, easy methods that anyone can use? Like, anyone can use, right? Or just curious, what would it feel like if you had an easy way of eating where you can still eat everything? Yes, I said it. I said everything that you want to eat while maintaining a positive sense of being in control. Like, you can eat what you want, you can eat everything, but you're in control of it, right? How would that feel? And I'm seeing I've got something. 1 second. One thing about doing a Facebook Live, you just never know what's going to happen. I forgot to, let me just hide this for you so you can actually see the whole presentation. All right. Let me get back to that. All right, so how would it feel to finally overcome your weight loss obstacles? Maybe you're on a weight loss plateau and you're like, man, I just can't get over it. Or maybe you're just like, every time I try to lose weight, I can't, like nothing's working. And you're literally saying, I'm doing the things, right? I'm doing the things, but I don't know what the obstacle is. Well, tonight, one of them that I'm gonna be sharing with you just might be your obstacle, or perhaps all three, right? So what if you were able to do all of this without ever giving up your favorite foods, right? I don't know about you, but I love myself some Italian. What is your favorite food, right? Mine is love, love, love Italian. Without ever giving up your favorite foods, I don't have to give up Italian. Without depriving yourself, yes, I can have dessert. Yes, we can have dessert, or going on yet another diet. Because what's a diet? It's all about deprivation, right? We don't want to deprive ourselves. So what would that be worth to you? Let me tell you, if that was asked to me, and if I saw all of this back in 2011, before I started my weight loss and health journey, I would have been like, hand up here, you just tell me, just tell me, because I'll give you whatever. I don't care. It's priceless, right? Because to me, I was at desperation station there. Now, if you've ever struggled to lose weight and increase your energy, and you just feel like you're missing something to get the results that you desire, let me tell you, I know how you feel. And if you've ever watched any of my events, I share a little bit about my background, because I truly want you to know I'm with you. I understand. I am a registered nurse, and I'm now a health coach as well. And I knew as a healthcare provider what they say to do, right? Eat less, move more, to lose weight. But yeah, I felt like I was on a constant yo-yo dieting. I was a professional yo-yo dieter. Like, that was my second job, and it was exhausting. I craved sugar all the time. I had a secret love affair with Ben and Jerry, right? Yes, how many of you can relate, right? Ben and Jerry, and then Papa John came in the picture, right? And I came to a point where I ended up being a weekend binge eater, and it was very easy to do, living by myself, like no one knew. So I would eat all weekend long. Come Monday, I'm like, no, I got to get back on task, eat healthy, try to eat healthy during Monday through Friday. Weekend came, once again, binge eating. I was never a purger. Binging was my thing. I got to the point where I was at my highest weight ever, looking for yet another diet. I craved sweets all the time, and I was completely and utterly exhausted, right? And so what I did is I started my own health and weight loss journey. And now, after a year of researching, this is back in 2013 where I started my health and weight loss journey. I researched what works, what doesn't work. I'm a science geek. I just went out and I researched on my own. And trust me, I had to dig through all those stinking fad diets. I no longer struggle to lose weight. I actually say no to sweets, which is huge for me. I don't know about you, but do you ever have people, coworkers bringing in all the donuts, the cakes, the brownies, or whatnot? I would always eat them. Never was able to say no. Now I look at it, I'm like, yeah, no, don't want it. Even when I'm stressed, I can say no. Because most of my binge eating was stress and emotional. Huge emotional component and stress as well to my binge eating. After years of always saying yes to sweets, I can say no. I have 3 times the energy. Who wants more energy? Yeah. I lost 18 pounds, 22 inches. I no longer diet. And as a result, I am now a health coach helping others to do the same, because I knew the struggle that I went through. And I'm a registered nurse, right? In the medical field. And I'm like, geez Louise, I'm doing what they say, eat less and move more. But I felt like I could never keep the stinking weight off. I had a love-hate relationship with exercising. Who here can relate to that, right? I love to hate it. And I just felt like I was in this perpetual hamster wheel and I could not get off. So as a result of my own journey, I am now a health coach because I want to help you all to be free from the same. All right, and here's my life now. I got some pictures. Towards the lower right is me with some fellow health coaches. And then, which is Chrissy's birthday. Happy birthday, Chrissy. Chrissy's here. She's from Australia. Happy birthday, Chrissy. And then, of course, some family, friends, outings, so freeing. So here's what you will learn tonight. you will learn how to 10x your results. Say what? Yes, literally. When all three of the most common obstacles to losing weight are addressed, you can truly 10x your results, get over those weight loss plateaus. I did not know this when I first started my weight loss and health journey because I still was gaining weight back, but I finally figured out the secret sauce, so to speak. You will also discover when you learn to overcome this one obstacle, how you can keep the weight off for good. And you will also learn how to be your own Energizer Bunny. I don't know if that commercial's on anymore because I really don't watch TV, but is the Energizer Bunny commercial still on? Keeps going, keeps going, keeps going. Like he never dies. He has energy all the time, and you will have so much energy you will want to work out. And for some of you, I will share with you a way to dig deeper into all of this, which one of it is my huge announcement tonight. So it does this work. Here's one of my clients, Susie, and she's saying, she always followed a diet. And at the time when she became my client, she was still on a well-known popular diet weight loss program. Like if I were to say the name, you'd be like, oh yeah, I know exactly. Everyone's heard of it. Very, very popular. And she's like, I'm stuck. I can't lose any more weight. I'm getting bored. So when she came to me, her stress level was up. She was not making the healthiest of decisions. But she says, after working with me, I don't feel deprived. I'm making healthier decisions. She is no longer turning to the vending machine for that late afternoon candy bar. So how many of you can relate to going to that vending machine, right? Getting a little something to increase your energy or deal with stress. Here's another client of mine. She talked about keeping the weight. For her, she could lose weight, but it was keeping it off. She would always gain it back. So she found that working with me, it's not a diet plan. You'll know really pretty soon if you're new to me that I did not talk about dieting. I did not give you a diet. It's different because it helped her to know how she could keep the weight off. Yay, let's keep this weight off for good. And she said it was a positive eye-opening experience. The program held her accountable to herself, and the creative action guides were helpful for her to stay on track, and they were easy to implement even with her busy schedule. If I was back in the day, if I would say, hey, show this to me, because I was busy and exhausted in the thought of starting yet another diet, counting calories, meal prepping. I mean, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I don't like to cook. I really don't. Be honest. And if you have significant others who love to cook and cook for you, God bless you, man. I'm looking for one of those myself. Like I will, but I just do not like to cook. To me, raw foods, I can do the raw food thing, no problem, but to actually cook and to put the time and effort into it, I got other things that I can be doing. So even with her busy schedule, she's like, these were so easy to implement. So is this for you? If you're busy and stressed out, woo, and want to easily kick that stress eating to the curb, this is for you. How many of you out there when you're stress eating? That was me. I was a big stress eater. And if you want to double your energy and have the motivation, because sometimes motivation can be like a roller coaster, right? You're motivated at one point, then yeah, and then you're motivated again, and then you're leaving. Yeah, it's like it's a roller coaster at times, right? So you will double your energy and have motivation to lose that last sticky pounds, and this is for you. And if you've ever been freaked out by the thought of starting yet another diet, and you want a simple way to get this eating thing under control, this is for you. If you're ready to finally get this eating thing handled so you can allow your best self to shine, this is for you. Now, here's my thing. If you're worried about feeling deprived, because you've seen how almost everyone else does it wrong, this is for you, because you're going to discover how to overcome common obstacles to losing weight. I'm not going to tell you to give up sweetness. I'm not going to tell you to diet, and I'm not going to tell you to deprive yourself. There are some ninja tips and tools to implement that you don't have to do that. So frame. If you know about me, if it's not for you, totally cool. Thanks for stopping by. I'm not going to give you a diet. It's not for those looking for how to eat less and exercise more. Because if it was truly about eating less and moving more, we would all be at our ideal weight and stay that way, right? Because we know how to work a diet, ladies, right? Yeah, we all know how to work a diet. We know how to eat less and exercise more. But if it were one size fit all, we'd all be at that ideal weight. It's not about eating diet type foods, and it's not for those who want to do nothing and lose weight. You have to put in the action. You have to implement what I'm going to be teaching you tonight. And by the way, this is a staggering fact. That's why I always share it. 98% of us who diet and lose weight, we actually gain it back within 6 months. So that means for every 100 people who diet and lose the weight, 98 of us gain it back within 6 months and only 2% keep it off. But we have to realize that no matter how much weight we want to lose or how energetic and healthy we want to be, we need to know, as well as implement, we have to implement it, what will help us to do so permanently. Now, for me, my two biggest struggles, and they might be for you, you might be able to relate to this, is I was exhausted all the time. I was stressed out. And maybe you're an exhausted stay-at-home mama. Let me tell you, toughest job in the world. Thank God for you. Maybe you're an exhausted single mama. Maybe you're an exhausted mama who works and comes home and then takes care of the kids, right? Maybe you're an exhausted healthcare worker working in a busy hospital, and that causes stress too. Everything we're exhausted causes a stress because we feel like we don't have the energy to do what we need to do. And as a result, I was craving the sweets. I could not say no to them. And I was a weekend closet binge eater, huge emotional component to it, but also as a result of stress. So my first solution was, maybe you can relate, is I'm going to cut out all bad foods. And I hear this a lot. I'm going to cut out all carbs. No carbs, right? Okay, so that was my mentality too. I'm going to cut out all the bad foods. But then I felt deprived and life happened, right? So then I thought, okay, well, diet's not working for me. And I felt like I was being more enslaved to the food. So I thought, well, I just won't have a diet mentality. So I stopped dieting. I ate what I wanted. Of course, I gained weight. And then I learned about something called intuitive eating, which is about listening to what your body wants. I lost weight, but I gained it back. So I'm like, dang it. People do lose weight and never gain it back, but how do they do it? So I invested $200 to $300 a month on a low glycemic weight loss program. It was not a diet, and it worked. But then I thought, dang, do I have to do that every month for the rest of my life? So then I took action while doing that on researching online what really works, and this took time. So money and time were going out the window. So I invested a year to implement what I learned, testing everything and discarding what didn't work for me. However, I found that, I don't know about you, but I'm a bottom line person. Like, bottom line me, just tell me. So in desperation, probably at a birthday, another birthday where I was eating the leftover birthday cake stuff in my face, I'm like, just give me the secret sauce. So I ended up investing $7,000 to learn the best process, and it is not dieting. But guess what? You don't have to pay a dime. You don't have to pay a cent, because tonight it is free for you. So liberating life hacks to overcome 3 of the most common obstacles to losing weight and keep it off. Life hack number 1, getting your Z's. Common obstacle, lack of sleep. And I'm going to get into the nitty gritty on this one, because it's not just how many hours of sleep. There's something that goes on in our bodies when we get good quality sleep. I'm going to explain that to you. Life hack number 2, become your own energizer bunny. Yay, let's have some energy. That's another common obstacle to losing weight and keeping it off, which makes sense, because if we don't have the energy, we're not going to stay motivated. And if we're not motivated, we're not going to stay with our program, whatever it may be. Notice I didn't say diet, but we can have a meal plan, and we can have a lifestyle program that we're following, right? Life hack number 3, breathe, and breathe some more. We're going to deal with stress. That is a third common obstacle to losing weight and keeping it off. And even if you have 1 and 2, like say you have everything in place, you're following something. If you're the type of person where you're saying, I'm doing the things, I'm following the things, I'm doing everything, but I just can't lose the weight, life hack number 3 is going to be for you, my friend, because I'm going to guarantee you're probably under some stress somewhere. Even low chronic stress prevents us from losing weight. So life hack number 1, getting your Z's. Let's get some good quality sleep, my friends. So like I said, I'm going to get into the nitty gritty, but lack of good quality sleep, it actually makes us crave sweets and prevents fat burning. Now, when we don't get good quality sleep, we wake up tired, right? Makes sense. We're not getting sleep. So the body looks for energy to combat the fatigue. And as a result, it causes our body to crave sugar and caffeine, because when we wake up tired, we're low on energy in the morning and throughout the day. So our body thinks, hey, our blood sugar is low. You need to eat more sugar. Therefore, we crave sugar and we eat sugar because the body's looking for an immediate source of sugar. Everything has to be digested, but the simple sugars are the immediate source of energy for us, which are your sweets, your donuts, your bagels. Even though you're not thinking sugar, when it gets broken down in our bodies, it is sugar. Okay? Now, your wheat and your complex carbs takes a little bit longer. So I'm talking about the straight up white bagels, your donuts, your pastries, a lot of things that we tend to eat for what? Breakfast, right? So then we wake up, we're low on energy. We crave sugary foods, which gives us a sugar slump, right? When a sugar slump. So it's kind of like a catch-22, which is what I found myself in back before I started my weight loss and health journey. So the second point is huge, and I don't hear it talked about a lot. In fact, in the diet industry, I don't think anyone talks about this, right? The reason why we need to have good quality sleep is because when we sleep, our body produces what's called human growth hormone. And human growth hormone naturally decreases cortisol levels and it aids in fat burning. Say what? Yes, it's a natural fat burn. And the best source of human growth hormone is the one that our body makes. And most of it is created when we are in deep sleep between the hours of 12 a.m. and 2 a.m. So let's go back to this whole cortisol thing. Everyone should be familiar with cortisol, but if you're not, cortisol is a stress hormone. And the more cortisol we have as a result of stress, the less human growth hormone we'll have. The opposite is also true. The more human growth hormone we have, or that our body creates, the less cortisol we'll have. So if you are in a weight loss plateau, trying to look at your sleep as well, because if you're not getting this good quality sleep between the hours of 12 and 2, your body's not creating a lot of growth hormone. So therefore, your cortisol levels are going to be higher, even if you're not stressed a lot. It's just naturally going to be higher because your body's not making a lot. So how can we get that good quality sleep? And by the way, deep sleep occurs an hour to an hour and a half after we sleep. It takes us that long to get into a good sleep without tossing and turning for us to. So that means hour and a half. That means about 10, 11 o'clock, we should be in bed. Say what? I know some of you are like, dang, I can't get to bed that early. I'm going to give you some tips on how to do that. So 12 to 2 a.m. How many of you have ever heard of that? Like, I don't hear this talked about a lot, that we need to get the sleep. Why? Because of the human growth hormone. Remember, the more human growth hormone we have, it decreases the cortisol levels and we can lose the weight because we will be burning the fat. All right, so how to put your body in sleep mode. So power down an hour earlier, or I'm not saying get into bed an hour earlier, because I know maybe it'll struggle for some of you, but kind of prepare your body for sleep. First tip is get the screens out of the bedroom. I'm talking about laptops, tablets, cell phones, because the protons it's all energy, right? The protons that are coming out at us, and we don't see them because they're like, remember science back in the day? Yes, I'm going back to science class here. It interferes with our body making melatonin, which melatonin helps us to sleep. And in fact, it's so important that a life coach, well-known life coach for the Fortune 500 CEOs, he has his clients get the screens out of their bedrooms, and they really fight him on this. But he's like, look, just try it for a week and let me know, and then we can go back to, doing your laptops, because you're like, no, don't you understand how important I am? I got to check my emails. I got to do this, got to do this. It's like, get it out of your bedroom. Do your work in your office. Get your laptop out of your bedroom. So a week later, they report that they had the best sleep they've ever had, and they're more productive. Why? Because they got their good quality sleep. So try getting your screens out of. Now, I admit, I don't have TV. I hardly watch TV. I admit that I do use my Kindle, but that doesn't have as much as compared to your cell phone, right? And your laptop. Number 2, set up a bedtime ritual. Hey, you guys have any kids, like little ones? What do you tend to do, right? You like bath time at night, then it's read them a story, and then it's bedtime after multiple trips to the bathroom and get a drink of water, right, if they hem and haw. Well, it's the same thing for us. We need to set a bedtime ritual because why? We are preparing our body to get to sleep. Because if we had just like, for instance, if we just, we're running around the house getting stuff done and then boom, we're in bed, where our body's like, yeah, you just ran around the house trying to get stuff ready for the next day. So it's calming our body down so it can get into that good sleep. So no TV an hour before bed. And I know some of you may say, but having the TV on helps me fall asleep. Well, guess what? Your brain is always awake. So your body might feel like it's asleep, but you're not going to get that good quality sleep because now your brain's going because of everything you just watched, right? Take a hot shower or bath. Contrary to popular belief, taking a hot shower or bath actually helps our body get into that sleep mode. It won't wake you up. Some people think, oh, I'm going to be energized. No, it actually has the opposite effect. Or you can try some natural sleep aids. All right, so I'm going to go into some of these. We need to at least sleep 7 hours a night, okay? Now, this is so important that even the Centers for Disease Control, if you go on their website and actually put in their search engine sleep, it says people who get less than 7 hours of sleep at night on average, because I know some weekend time you might be actually getting a little bit more, is attributed to like a whole list. I mean, it's a huge list of illnesses, diseases, right? And weight gain. So if you can't get to bed, get 7 hours of sleep a night, okay, aim for getting to bed at least an hour earlier. And if it's difficult right away, say you usually get to bed at midnight and it's difficult to get to bed at 11, hey, I'm a night owl, I admit. So for me, I really had to work on this. So get to bed 10 minutes earlier, like every other night or every 3 days over the next 2 weeks, so that by the end of 2 weeks, you're getting to bed at least an hour earlier. And now you've got a ritual set up. And also time block it, like put it in your calendar. I know it sounds like, well, that's stupid. Literally put it in your calendar because you might think, well, I'm going to work on this one more thing. And then one more thing leads to another thing. And by the time you look at it, 2 more hours have passed. So if you put it in your calendar, put it in your phone to get a notification bedtime, you'll at least remind you, okay, 10 minutes and then I got to get into bed. All right, melatonin. You can also take melatonin supplements, but be careful because some people are sensitive to it and it actually makes them hyper instead of helping them to fall asleep. So it'll kind of defeat the purpose, right? So you do want to begin in small doses, smaller than what the instructions say, and then slowly work your way, increase your dosage until you find one that works for you where you're actually sleeping and feeling like when you wake up, you got a good night's sleep and not feeling groggy too. All right, another one, lavender essential oil. This is my personal favorite of mine. Make sure it is therapeutic grade. You don't want the perfume scented one. You want the therapeutic grade because that's the one that's going to work for you. And then especially if you are scent sensitive, where lots of scents, some certain scents make you have a headache or a migraine, if it's not therapeutic grade, it's going to trigger that for you. So you're going to rub it on the soles of your feet and you're going to also diffuse it. I also put it on my temples as well right before I go to bed. There was actually a study done on this, and I can't remember who did the study, but they studied college students, and they found that they were able to sleep a lot better. You know, college students, you might think of college time as, party time, but they actually studied those who were like the type A students, right? They studied all the time, they didn't really party, and they were stressed as a result of it. They found that they actually slept better using lavender to help them get to sleep. Plus, a couple of research says it helps with depression as well. Lots of good stuff with lavender. Magnesium. There's such a thing as magnesium oil. You do the same thing with lavender. Put it on the soles of your feet, your hands. You don't diffuse it because it doesn't really have a scent. Or you can do capsules that you can take before bedtime. If you are a migraine sufferer, you might be low on magnesium. I actually started to take magnesium as a result of my migraines, and I found, boy, the first night I took it, I slept so well. Like, woo, the best ever. If you don't worry about brands and all that, just as long as you gotten some type of magnesium into your system. All right. So that was the first one. Life hack number 2, common obstacle to losing weight and keeping off is our energy. So how to be your own energizer bunny so you can keep going and going and going and going. All right. Easy energy boosters. First off, you're going to toss back some good old H2O. All right. So say you can't really work on your sleep at this point in time just because of how your schedule is, and you move some things around, you need to get your lavender or whatever it is you need to get. Here is an easy energy booster, okay? While you're working on that, you can do this. And no matter how poorly you slept the night before, you can still jumpstart your energy in the morning. So before you go to bed, set a full 20-ounce glass of water next to your bedside, next to your bathroom sink, excuse me. You're going to prep before you go to bed. Put it next to your bathroom sink. And then after you wake up, brush your teeth, relieve yourself, you're going to drink that whole glass, 20 ounces of water in one go. You're not going to be like sipping it, basically, okay? You're going to drink it all. Before your cup of coffee. I still do caffeine, so you do this before your cup of coffee. Why? Because it hydrates your entire system, and as a result, it helps deliver oxygen to your muscles, which immediately boosts your body's energy. Woo, woo, woo. Yeah, get some energy. Plus, it helps us with healthy bowel movements, get out the junky junk out of our system, because if we don't, we're going to be tired throughout the day. It is a huge problem in our society. I used to work in the ER. People would come in with belly pain. Guess what? They're constipated. I'm a nurse. I'm going there. All right. So we should at least be going once a day. I know it says eliminate first thing in the morning, but hey, at least if you can just go once a day. Some people are like every 2 days. You got to go more often than that, okay? It'll help you feel better, I'm telling you. All right. So more easy energy boosters. You're going to do this one after lunch. You're going to go get some fresh air. Go outside, take a little bit of a walk. Say you're in an area that you really can't go outside, at least do like a little bit of a walk inside, okay? So, you know, breathe deeply, even if you can't really get that fresh air. The next one, you're going to do this at the end of your workday. You're going to have a little dance party. I actually do this in my car. How about you? Do you dance in your car at all? Like, man, especially if Fall Out Boy, Bruno Mars, or Imagine Dragons are on their upbeat songs, I'm like, yeah, I'm like blasting up, just dancing in my car, and people are looking at me. I'm like, yeah, hi, dance. So you're going to, and if you have little kids, get them involved as well. They will laugh at you. It'll be a good time, I promise. So just get the dance in. All right. And that's a great energy booster. So the next thing, so I went through some easy energy boosters. This one's going to take a couple of days to do. You're going to find out what foods are going to give you high energy. So you're going to eat high energy foods. I'm not talking about energy drinks. And we all pretty much know, or at least we all should know by now, that when we eat a lot of sugary foods, even after that sugar high, we have that sugar slump immediately after, right? So I'm not talking about that, okay? We all know that. So you're going to find out which foods give you energy. Here's where the diet industry fails, because they talk about eat less, move more, count your calories, but they're not talking about what kind of calories, right? And everyone's different. So you're going to do an energy experiment. You're going to play with the protein. What type of protein is going to give you more energy? So after you eat like animal, I'm talking about beef, I'm talking about pork, chicken, fish, anything that has a face or came from a face is your animal protein. Did I make that easy for y'all? Okay. Versus a plant protein, which of course grows outside, or hydroponics or whatever. And then you're going to versus no protein, which is going to be your complex carbohydrates. For instance, whole grain, pasta, things like that, if you are not gluten intolerant. So you're going to experiment, okay? And you can play around with this, but the end result is you're going to find out how is your energy 30 minutes after you eat it? How is it an hour after you eat it? How is it 2 hours after you eat it? You just kind of note which gives you the most energy. For me, it is plant protein. That's how I roll. Animal protein depletes my energy, but you might be the opposite, okay? This is where it's not a one-size-fits-all for the diet industry. This is why we're not at our ideal weights with following those diets, because we have to find out what's going to work for you. Maybe it works if you have less protein, like protein's okay, but then you're finding, oh, I need to eat less protein. So you're going to mix and match, so to speak. There's a day where you're going to have all protein, but you're going to switch out animal versus plant, okay? Day 2, you're going to have no protein, protein, protein. Day 3, no protein, no protein, protein. I'm talking about 3 meals a day. So you're going to figure out what's going to work for you. I do this with my clients, and they're surprised at what actually gives them energy. They're not usually, they think what they think it is, but they're like, oh, this gave me energy too. So then you just focus on eating only those foods that gave you more energy, okay? Do you completely ditch the rest? No, just be aware that, hey, it doesn't give you the most energy, and you might find some of them are a complete energy depleter, like you feel like crap, for lack of a better word, after you eat that, okay? So 7 pounds without dieting. This is one of my clients, Brandy. Our first session together, she's like, I'm a sugar addict. I'm like, oh, I'm with you, girl. And she found that after working and the sugar addiction, it affected her energy, it affected her mood, combined with her stress level, and she felt completely depleted after work every day. She had no energy reserve. So for her to even think of exercising, she's like, I have no energy to do anything, let alone to start an exercise program. So after working with me, she no longer has the dreaded sugar cravings. She lost 7 pounds in 6 weeks, which is huge. And her energy and sharp thinking are steadily coming back. So life hack number 3, stress is the third common obstacle when it comes to losing weight. And unfortunately, it's not talked a whole about. We talk about cortisol, cortisol makes us eat, but they never give us how do we address that stress hormone cortisol? Like, how do we decrease our stress? So we're going to breathe, just breathe. Let me tell you, out of all of my sessions with my clients, this one is their favorite. Like I said, everything I'm sharing with you are what I share with my clients on how to help them to overcome these obstacles. You're going to breathe to de-stress. Why? Once again, cortisol, stress increases our cortisol production, especially in the belly. So if you're one of those people where you're like, I'm doing the things and I got belly and chicken legs, or if you know someone who has that kind of body frame, I'm one of them. I gain it all in my belly. It's usually stress related. Yeah, I can tell you, I understand myself, right? And it also prevents us from losing weight. So if you've hit that dreaded weight loss plateau and you're like, dang, I can't lose these last 10 sticky pounds, you might have a stress issue. And I'm going to tell you, according to the American Psychological Association, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10, you are stressed out. 1, you're like, not stressed, or a little stressed. Anything 4.5 or higher is going to affect you. So if your stress level is 4.5 or higher, it's going to affect your health, and it's going to affect your ability to lose weight, and it's going to make you gain weight. So if you're one of those people that you're like, I'm doing the things, but I got this belly fat, it could be a stress-related issue. Plus, it decreases our nutrient absorption. But for us, it makes us gain weight, and it decreases our ability to lose the weight. And there's some other things on stress. Stress, if you were to see the whole thing that stress does, and the last one, stress decreases sex hormones, which leads to loss of libido and low energy. How's your sex life, ladies and gentlemen? Might be some stress issue. So 5-5-7 breath. Okay. Remember I talked about in the beginning, how would you like to eat everything you want, but have a sense of control and not feel like you're out of control, like whether it be stress eating, emotional eating. Here's how you're going to do it. It's with this, what I call a 5-5-7 breath. So before your next meal, and I know you're like, oh, I can't really do this at the dinner table. Just find a spot to do it, bathroom, whatever. You're going to inhale for a count of 5. You're going to hold for a count of 5, and then exhale for a count of 7. So exhale is longer than the inhale. And before you actually first officially start this, you're going to exhale a little bit to have that reserve. Now, how do we breathe? Well, if you're like, I breathe all the time, it's automatic, right? We are such shallow breathers. We don't actually know how to breathe properly. When you breathe properly, your stomach, your belly will go out. It should. When you take that huge deep breath, your belly will go out longer. So you need to work on breathing deeply when you do this. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to exhale first, because that will help us to inhale and to get more oxygen into our lungs. So it's going to go, and when you do this 2 times, you will de-stress in 2 minutes. You do it 3 to 5 times before you eat. It's going to help you de-stress. If you need to do more, if you feel like you're so stressed, do it up to 10 times, okay? but at least 3 to 5 before you eat, okay? So this is something you can implement right away, like tomorrow before you eat your breakfast if you're stressed. Lunchtime, dinner time, whenever you're stressed. And you can even do this when you're not eating, okay? But this is gonna help us to be more in control of our eating before we eat that meal. And if you feel like, my eating's out of control and I just want to eat that junk food, do your breathing, okay? So this is how I do it with my clients. I just have them, okay, we're going to inhale for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale for 5, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I literally do that 10 times because that's 2 minutes of de-stressing. And I ask them, well, how do you feel? And they're like, man, I feel like I could go to bed. So if you feel like you can't sleep, you might want to do some 5-5-7 breathing as well. If you feel like you can't get to sleep. Let me tell you, this is, if you implement this, I'm going to guarantee it's going to work for you. Okay. You're going to de-stress. You're going to be more in control of your eating, and you're not going to eat as quickly. Our body, you need to slow down so that you will be able to know when you're comfortably full and not overeat. Clients love this so much, they teach other people in their lives how to do this, right? They're so excited by doing this tip. And I'm sharing with you tonight. All right, so once again, do that 10 times to de-stress in 2 minutes, completely de-stress. Do it at least 3 to 5 times before you eat. If you feel like you're still stressed, do it some more. This gives your body a chance to relax before your meal, and as a result, it increases your digestive capacity. It helps your body pull more nutrients from the food you're eating, and guess what? Your food won't be stored as fat. Say what? Yeah, like just breathing, doing this 5-5-7 breath will prevent your food from being stored as fat. Yeah, awesome sauce. So have you gotten value so far, and what is your favorite so far? Mine is the sleep. I love me some sleep, I gotta say. And the 5-5-7. You know, you can use this for anything, but when you use it specifically before you eat, you'll be so much more in control, and your food will not be what? Stored as fat. How awesome is that? All right. So bonus secret, movements. I shared with this with some of you last time, whoever watched last time, to get more energy, decrease stress, and it helps you sleep better. Say what? Movement helps with all 3 obstacles when it comes to losing weight. I'm not talking about exercise. I'm not talking about working out. I'm not talking about having a workout regimen. This is completely different. Why? Because I don't know about you, but when I hear the workout regimen or you got to work out, I'm like, I'm too, what's the word? Busy. I don't have time. I hear you. I completely hear you. So you're going to think of it as movement first off, and not oxygen. These mean not exercise. And then if you're a beginner, you're going to pick any movement you like, okay? Hula hoop. You can hula hoop with your kids. That will absolutely get your heart rate up. Plus, you'll be laughing. Laughter is great medicine, help to decrease the stress. You'll be moving more. Walking is awesome if you want to start a workout or exercise regimen and you're a beginner. Walking's awesome. Pole dancing. I talked about this in one of my lives earlier this week. Pole dancing. You don't have to be an exotic dancer. Pole dancing. There actually, if you live in the bigger cities, they have classes on how to do this. And if you truly want to have ripped abs, because it's all core, you got to do that core abdomen. It will work. Rollerblading, jumping rope, dancing. Have that dance party after work. Canoeing, paddleboarding, running around with the kids, running around with your dogs. You can kind of run around with your cats. I do it every so often. You're like, what? Yeah, to get from my living room, dining room, kitchen is actually a circle. And I play this game with my cat, like, I see you. And then I'd start walking away and he'd start following me. Then I'd start running. Yeah. You're like, what? Yeah, cats can be just as good as dogs. I just got to say. But you want anything that gets you up and moving and that you enjoy. So that's a bonus tip for y'all. You can create your own movement menu, movement you enjoy, or movement that you want to try. Maybe you want to try that pole dancing. I know someone who does that, and let me tell you, she's like, it's intense because she's ripped. I just gotta say, commit to what you can do. For instance, if you want to do that dance party, hey, say how many times can you do that dance party this week? What can you do? You want to do something that you can commit to, because what happens when we don't do something we say that we're going to do? Say, for instance, I'm going to work out every day this week. And day one comes around like, oh, I'm too tired. Oh, man. Day two, you're like, oh, man, because I missed day one. Oh, got to get to it. Yeah, you feel defeated, right? So do what you can do and then increase in frequency. So before we go to question and answer, my bonus for you, it is in the description to this event. It is in the description above. You're going to get 3 easy ways to double your energy. And the link to get it is actually going to be posted. It's already in the description up above. There is no opt-in needed. I don't need your email. It takes you directly to that PDF file. Remember, this is only going to be out for 48 hours. So if you want to get your hands on that, get it now, my friends, because it's coming down Wednesday night. You will no longer have access to the 3 ways to double your energy. And let your friends know if you think of anyone who could use it. So you might be thinking, how can I use this to get results now? 3 common obstacles. I've given you my tips. You can easy to implement. Well, you can do it by yourself. Absolutely. Totally cool. But it might take you a little bit longer. And I'm not about you. I'm one about, hey, I want to do it and do it now. I'm over results. Then if that's you, like you want to really 10x your results and get this thing going, you can lock arms with someone who has already proven to make it work in busy everyday life. Well, how do you do that? Well, it's with the right system, the right support, and the right accountability. If any of these 3 things are missing, it's not any weight loss program, any coaching, it's not going to work for you. And this program is specifically designed to make this time different, because you're going to have someone to encourage your progress and someone to kick you in the booty lovingly when we make poor choices. And it's not negative. You've seen that if you completely read all of the testimonies, it's not negative. It's not romantic. Like, it's like, oh, okay. It's about getting you to think of things in a different way. So this is my huge announcement, brand new, like literally so brand new. I'm still finishing up the videos for this. A free 5-day weight loss Kickstarter challenge. This is going to be great if you want to start losing weight, like you were a complete beginner, this is for you. If you are at a weight loss plateau, this is for you, because I'm going to be sharing with you. By the way, the link to join is in the description above. Okay. It's free. It's free. For this, I do need your email, because I gotta send you the deets, right? I gotta send you the goods, and I gotta send you your videos, okay? Because here's what's gonna happen. Each day you will receive a link to a short action-packed video with your action step for that day. Because remember what I said earlier, it's one thing to know, but we have got to implement. That's why it's an action step for you to do. Each day you'll be asked to share your answer to the question of the day in the 5-day weight loss Kickstarter challenge Facebook group. We're going to have our own Facebook group, peeps. And the question of the day is not how much do you weigh? No, it's not going to be like questions that are going to embarrass you. No humiliation. These are fun questions, okay? And for those of you who complete the action steps, see, it's so new. I'm like misspelling on my, I was busy working on these slides today. That's how new it is. But I wanted to let you all know so that if you're interested, you can join now. So if you complete everything, all the action steps, and post all the answers in the group thread, you will be entered for a grand prize drawing. Yeah. But you have to do the questions of the day. You have to do them all 5, okay, in order to be in there. So let me tell you, if I had this when I first started my personal weight loss, I am just so excited for y'all about this, because it's truly, if you're a beginner, it's going to work for you. If you are at a plateau, it's going to work for you. If you've tried everything, done everything, it's going to work for you, okay? Because a lot of people go from point A or point A to C when they do their whole weight loss. They don't address point B. You have to go from point A to point B to point C, which is why my clients are so successful. So I'm going to give you some of the point B stuff that we need to work on and to implement, which is what your action guides are going to do. All right, so once again, the link to join is in above. And you can do both, totally free. You can do both. You can schedule your free body and energy transformation breakthrough session with me. This is free. It will be a special one-on-one coaching session with me via phone, where we are going to determine the number one thing stopping you from having the body and energy you want. It's different for everyone. Identify the most powerful actions that will move you towards the body and energy that you desire. You will also discover the essential building blocks to having the body and energy of your dreams. And you will also discover a plan of action to experience a total body and energy transformation in 90 days or less. It is free. It is an hour long, 60 minutes. You will walk away with at least one major aha about how to break out of the rut and get into action. Weight loss plateau. Tried everything, done everything. I have clients who have been on very popular weight loss programs and diet programs, like very popular, and they see results with me. So if you've been there, done that, and you're tired of being on that hamster wheel, one of my clients actually said that. She's like, I'm tired. I was tired of being on that hamster wheel, going nowhere, right? Schedule. The link to that is also in the description. I made it easy for y'all this time. Everything is in the description above, because this time really can be different. The 5-day weight loss Kickstarter challenge and the discovery sessions, we're going to focus on what you get to have rather than what you don't. So if you want to discover what your cravings mean, discover why you're stuck and how to get unstuck. If you want to determine the number one thing stopping you from having the body and energy that you want, and a plan of action to experience a total body and energy transformation, and also to identify the most powerful actions that will move you towards overcoming your obstacles, to losing weight and keeping it off. So once again, you have to have all three in place: the right system, the right support, the right accountability. Any one of these three are missing, it's not going to work. You're not going to keep the weight off. This is specifically for you, okay? So here's how we're going to do it. Go ahead and schedule your free session with me. Go ahead and click the link to schedule your free one-on-one coaching session with me at $75 value. And it's not going to be free for long. You may be thinking, well, every time you do an event, it's free. Let me tell you, I've got so many new things in the pipeline that I'm seriously considering not doing this for free anymore. And it'll just be a deduction off of the program, whichever program you choose to do with me. I have 3 programs, by the way, plus my new 5-day weight loss Kickstarter challenge. Woo! So if the link works, it's still free. It will be free for the next 48 hours. Definitely. You are getting the exact same methods and secrets. By the way, the 5-day Kickstarter weight loss Kickstarter challenge, you're getting the exact same methods and secrets I personally used and that my clients use to go from exhausted and overweight to energetic and healthier in less than 90 days. So join the free 5-day weight loss Kickstarter challenge. Once again, the link is above in the description, or schedule your breakthrough session with me. Once again, the link is up there in the description. So I just want to say thank you for joining me. Thank you if you're watching the replay. I know your time is precious, especially since tomorrow is the beginning of the work week and many of y'all have to go to work, right? So click on the link. Let's get started on your body and energy transformation together. All right. All right, thank you, guys. I just so appreciate you watching me or watching the replay. Once again, this will only be up for 48 hours, so watch it. The links, if they don't work after 48 hours, they don't work, okay? And by the way, I'm just so excited about my Kickstarter, my 5-day weight loss Kickstarter challenge. Like I said, it's brand new. I'm still finishing on the videos and the resources for that. But go ahead and click the link to join. I do need your email for that because I got to send you the deets, my friend. I got to send you the deets. And don't forget to click to get your free resource, okay, on 3 ways to double your energy, which is also in the description above. All my links are in the description. Try to make it easy for y'all tonight so that you don't have to kind of sift through all the comments with everything. So thank you for joining. To your health, and see you on the next broadcast.